Swing and a miss, strike three at 94 miles an hour. What a change of pace you have from Dombrowski, who's crafty, to Simon, who's overpowering guys like that.
Yeah, real big difference. And not only that, you're going from a lefty to a righty to top it all off. And Simon looks ready to go in this one. Could see him come in maybe for the 6-out save, or we'll see if he ends up just going the 1 inning. But so far, so good.
First pitch to the next batter, Casey Harford, misses for a ball. But just again, Colin, to kind of recap the day for Dombrowski, it's been more of the same from what we've seen from him all season. As the 1-0 is ripped foul, just dominance. And each of these outings is just excellent. I mean, today he gave up 5 hits, but he still struck out 7, and he ate up 7 innings at a very efficient clip, something you do not see very often at all, as the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed by Casey Harford.
Yeah, just more of the same. More of the same from Dombrowski. Seen it all season long, and it's just been a privilege to watch him go out and dominate this league.
1-2, foul tip held onto by Levens. That is back-to-back strikeouts for Liam Simon. This will bring up Jace Borfin. Simon has looked good in his own right here, coming in the 8th inning. Back-to-back Ks to open up this inning.
Really great to see that strikeout pitch working for Simon.
First pitch, that's going to miss for a ball, 1-0. For Borfin on the day, 0 for 3. Struck out back in the first inning. Grounded out and flew out in following at-bats. He's ahead in the count here, 2-0. Simon working quickly, 2-0 pitch. That's going to miss down low, now 3-0. Simon, strikeout to walk ratio on the season. 16 strikeouts to 7 walks, so it's not unheard of that he can walk guys. 3-0 pitch, does find the strike zone, 3-1. That's going to miss. Jace Borfin will get on with a 2-out walk.
Yeah, Borfin finally able to get on base for the first time today, and that opens the door for Falmouth. You know, there's a dangerous part of the order coming up. There a lot of power threats up and down this Commodores lineup, so you hate to give up a 2-out walk if you're Simon. You're going to have to go right after these 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up.
Chris Armstrong fouls off the first pitch he sees. On the day, 1 for 2, has a walk and a single.
Owen Cody is getting loose now in the Harwich Mariners bullpen.
Could be someone that the Mariners opt to turn to depending on how the top of the 9th goes. 0-1 pitch fouled above our heads, just back to the left of home plate. Count 0-2.
Maybe they just want to keep it 1 inning at a time, you know, kind of a dress rehearsal for these games late in the season, especially if the Mariners end up in the postseason. We'll see a lot more guys just go 1 inning at a time.
0-2 pitch, hit on the ground to Wilkin. Handles it, throw on to first in time. 3 outs in the inning. We move now to the top of the 9th. Nothing across for the Commodores. Mariners still lead it 4-1. You're listening to the Harwich Mariners YouTube network. Welcome back to baseball here at Gov Fuller Field. Due up for the Mariners. Leading off will be Tatum Levens. We will see Brock Wilkin and Josh Hood as well in this inning. Tatum Levens takes a first pitch called strike. So for the Mariners, you lead by 3 after some late runs here. 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th to put it up to a 4-1 lead. You've had stellar pitching all day long as the 0-1 pitch is in for another called strike here on Levens. And in the 9th inning, it'll be 3 outs necessary to pick up a big win to keep ahead of these teams that keep trying to come back in this pesky East Division. 1-2 count as the 0-2 pitch missed high.
And it's always big going into an off day to get that momentum back, especially after dropping back-to-back games.
Certainly so, especially against those 2 division opponents. As this one's ripped down the first base line right to Chris Armstrong, who will then charge at the bag. 1 away in the 9th.
Levens hit that one really hard on the ground to the right side, but a good job by Armstrong to keep it in front of him, tag the bag. Now Brock Wilkin just trying to get something going at the plate. Definitely hasn't been his night.
So as mentioned, Wilkin now steps in. He's only reached base once in his 4 plate appearances tonight. First pitch to him. That's going to miss high, count 1-0. Give you an update on the out-of-town scoreboard in just a moment here. 1-0 pitch. That's going to miss down low, 2-0. Bourne currently leading the YD Red Sox at Doran Park, 3-2. That game in the bottom of the 7th inning. Wareham also leading the Brewster Whitecaps 2-0 in the top of the 5th over at Spillane Field. 2-0 pitch is fouled off by Wilkin. Count goes to 2-1, and those are 2 big results should they stand for the Mariners. You want to pick up ground on Brewster and create as much separation as possible between yourself and YD. And then you have Chatham and Orleans over at Eldridge Park going on right now. Top of the 5th inning. Anglers leading 5-2 over the Firebirds. That's another result that if you had to pick an opponent, if you're Harwich, you'd rather the Anglers pick up that win.
Yeah, all the teams within a decent amount of games of you losing and then you winning. Huge for the Mariners if all those scores hold. But right now they just got to take care of business. Maybe pick up an insurance run here in the top half and set it up for potentially Owen Cody in the bottom half.
3-1 pitch is fouled back. Count now full here for Brock Wilkin. Looking for his first hit today. Hasn't struck out, hasn't walked. Looking for some sort of result. And for Gordon, this is his 2nd inning of work. He's got 1 strikeout so far. Swing and a miss. Down goes Wilkin. 2nd strikeout of the evening for Lucas Gordon.
Yeah, got Wilkin out in front of that one with the off speed. I think Brock was sitting a fastball on 3-2 and ended up getting something soft.
In steps Josh Hood, who made an appearance as a pinch runner for Dylan Phillips, back to lead off the 8th inning after Phillips got on with a leadoff walk. Count is 1-0 to Hood.
Yeah, Hood now out in left field, replacing Phillips defensively as well.
A big cut from Hood. Fastball upstairs. It's now 1-1.
Still a decent crowd on hand, but a lot of them filing out, especially on the Falmouth side.
1-1 pitch in for a called strike. Yeah, definitely have people clearing out a bit. Of course, still has the makings of an exciting finish here. Falmouth down just by 3. Mariners closer should be coming in. Count evens out at 2-2.
Hood trying to generate some 2-out magic. Run support always appreciated if you're the Mariners bullpen.
The 2-2 pitch. Did he go around? He did. Down goes Hood swinging. That is the second straight strikeout for Lucas Gordon, third of his appearance. We now head to the bottom of the ninth. Time to end this game. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to the Harwich Mariners YouTube Network. Welcome back into Gov Fuller Field here in Falmouth, Massachusetts. Bottom of the ninth inning. Harwich Mariners leading the Falmouth Commodores by a score of 4-1. It's been in part thanks to 2 runs from Press Kavanaugh and a solo shot from Zach Preisner. Josh Hood also came around to score earlier in this game. There's a new pitcher on the mound for the Mariners. It is the man who has earned the job of the closer this season for Harwich, Owen Cody. He is ahead in the count quickly, 0-1 here to the leadoff man Taylor Smith. Second pitch hops out of the glove of Tatum Levens up high. Count goes to 1-1. And as fun as it has been watching Trey Dombrowski emerge and be a stud in this Mariners rotation, it has been equally enjoyable to watch Owen Cody and what he has done for these Mariners all season long. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off, 1-2.
Looking to lock down another save. This would be his 5th of the year.
Would be his 5th of the year, one of the highest totals in the Cape League this season. A man who was named an all-star playing out of Penn going into his junior year.
Yeah, would put him in a tie for second in the Cape League with Dale Stanovich at 5. Eric Adler has 6.
1-2 pitch misses, counting out 2-2. And Cody, his last outing came in the 7-4 win versus Bourne. That was the last save that he recorded, was that game being played at Bourne. Ball fouled back to the backstop. Count 2-2 here, and that save for Cody, impressive for a few reasons. A, because he's able to do it against a Bourne team like that. B, because he's able to do it after having a rough outing against those Bourne Braves. So to be able to bounce back mentally against a team like that. 2-2, fouled off. Smith staying alive in the at-bat.
It's a promising at-bat here from Smith, who's looking at an 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts if he's unable to make contact.
This ball pulled out to left field. It's going back. And they're going to say that's foul. A foul ball. That ball just to the left of that foul pole in left field. And after rounding first base, Taylor Smith is going to have to make the trot back home.
Yeah, the Falmouth dugout not pleased at all with that. It was tough to tell from our angle down the left field line, but the third base umpire got a great look at it. He immediately threw his hands up saying it was a foul ball.
That's Rich Gattani over at third base making the call on the ball that was hit out towards left. I mean, that thing was a skyscraper out in left field. Taylor Smith, a very well hit ball. Certainly had the distance, but just a foot or two wide left. 2-2 pitch misses up high at 91 miles an hour. Owen Cody, after nearly giving up a solo home run to lead off the inning, now loads up a full count here to Taylor Smith. Cody shakes off a pitch and then delivers. Swing and a miss, strike three. Down goes Smith. Ooh. So from going around the bases, and as Smith not too happy with a play there.
Yeah, he's not happy with because Cody had something to say to him after striking him out. He had stared down the dugout after that long foul ball, and now we've got, says Smith going back to the dugout here. Things seemingly cooled off, but Cody letting him know after striking him out on that payoff pitch.
Yeah, Owen Cody, that's not the first time we've seen that too. He has a bit of edge to him where you'll see him around the ballpark pregame, very laid back, jovial. He'll be joking around with teammates, walking around, but he steps out on that mound, and he is a different man as the first pitch is fouled back into the glove of Tatum Levens by Anthony Hall.
Yeah, going right back to the heater, challenging him with that one up and in. Cody fired up, trying to lock this one down.
0-1 pitch, or 1-1 pitch now. Excuse me, 0-1 pitch, misses on the outside, count now 1-1. Cody delivers. Hall checks his swing. Gaetani down at third saying he did hold up. It's a 2-1 count. This ball off the end of the bat. That one's going to get down in shallow center field. It's a one-out single for Anthony Hall.
Some life for the Commodores. Didn't get much on that, but was able to drop it down into center field and put a base runner on. At the very least, it moves the tying run to the on-deck circle. So we'll see if the Commodores can keep the line moving and give themselves a chance in this bottom of the ninth inning.
That's just the fourth hit Owen Cody's allowed all season long. Across all 10 of his appearances. First pitch to Michael Handel. Right across the plate, 89 miles an hour on the fastball.
Love starting him out with that first pitch fastball, and it's been paying off.
The 0-1. Another fastball, this time in the 90s. 0-2.
And not overpowering stuff, but it gets on you quick.
Cody, he was working at a pretty fast pace in this at-bat. Takes a second, slows things down. Shakes off a pitch from Levens, comes set, and delivers. Ball chopped on the ground. Wilkin can't play it on a skip. Preisner does. Throw to first. Not in time, but it hits the runner in Handel. Ball stops. Now going down to second, and they apply the tag. So Michael Handel hit the ball to short. Throw to first. Missed the glove of Putz. Meanwhile, through all of this, Anthony Hall reached third. But after Putz couldn't field the ball, the throw actually hit Michael Handel and left it playable for Carter Putz to make the throw to his teammate in Preisner. And they had Michael Handel dead in the water.
I have no clue why Handel decided to turn from first to second. I mean, that ball didn't get very far away. It was backed up well by Cavanaugh. I mean, he was out by a mile. Really bad decision for out number 2.
So now Michael Curiali steps in, takes a big cut at the first pitch he sees. It's now 0-1.
Michael Curiali.
I mean, you're talking about a huge difference. First and third tying run at the plate with one down. Now just a runner at third, 2 away, and the tying run still in the on-deck circle.
Another big cut from Curiali. And Owen Cody looking for Strikeout number 2. (0-2) count. Owen Cody looking to record his 5th save of the season. Cannot get it. 0-2 pitch just misses down low. Michael Curiali stays alive. Curiali 3 for 3 on the day, hoping to extend that. Owen Cody trying to send everybody home. The pitch. Got him, strike 3. Down goes Michael Curiali, and Owen Cody, the man, comes in, gets his 5th save of the season. And the Harwich Mariners beat the Falmouth Commodores by a score of 4-1.
Yeah, I mean, real dominant inning there from Cody. Was able to kind of put behind the near home run and then the single and then the error. Just really tuned it all out, picked up a couple of strikeouts, punctuated that victory. Great win for the Mariners, and can only get better depending on the results in this game.
All right.
In other games, I should say.
And so we'll take a quick break. We will break this one down for you in just a moment. On the other side, don't go too far. You're listening to the Harwich Mariners YouTube network. Welcome back to the Harwich Mariners YouTube network. Joining me to break it down post-game, our social media operator tonight for the team, Tyler Henry. Tyler, good to have you on the broadcast to break this one down. And I'll just ask you this: what is it that you saw here today in the dominance from Trey Dombrowski and really just the pitching today for Harwich, and just kind of thoughts on the game as a whole from there?
Yeah, I mean, this feels like kind of the vintage Harwich Mariners game. You look at the guys that they would prefer to use in a clutch situation, potentially the types of situations that we'll be seeing coming up here in the postseason. And this is about what you expect. Trey Dombrowski comes out. He pitches an absolute gem. Final numbers for him look like this: 7 innings pitched. He gives up 1 run. It was not earned on 5 hits, strikes out 7, and walks 1. Then in the 8th, you go to a guy like Liam Simon, who's been shut down all season long, and then you bring in Owen Cody to shut the door, and that is all she wrote for the Harwich Mariners. So they pick up a big victory, and that is critical for a number of reasons. Talking about these final games coming down the stretch here for the M's, trying to hang on to that second playoff spot. And if you look around at the league scoreboard, I know that Colin and Tim talked about it quite a bit throughout the course of the broadcast, but this could be a dream night for the Harwich Mariners. They pick up a victory here. And taking a look around at these other games going on, the Bourne Braves hold a lead over the Whitey Red Sox. The Wareham Gatemen hold a 2-0 lead over the Brewster Whitecaps. And the Chatham Anglers looks like they're going to get a 9-2 victory over the Orleans Firebirds. If that is the case, everybody that Harwich needed to lose loses tonight. Harwich picks up a win, which means not only do they gain ground on YD for that second playoff spot, but they also pick up a game on Brewster, the Whitecaps team that they desperately need to catch. Next game will be coming up at White House Field after an off day tomorrow. We'll be home again to take on the Chatham Anglers. That game getting started at 6:30 p.m. Be sure to tune in here on the Harwich Mariners YouTube network.